How's it going, everyone? So this video is kicking off my 2019 coverage of Saab Owners Convention in Loveland, Colorado. It is currently Wednesday morning, about 7 a.m., and we are getting ready to leave for Colorado. So this video, I will be filming our road trip up to Colorado. These are the two cars we will be taking. We'll be taking my dad's 2004 Saab 9.5 Aero, and then we'll be taking my 2008 Saab 9.3 Turbo X. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I'm going to be having a lot of content from this event coming up in the next month or so. But yeah, as you can see, it's monsoon season here. The 9.5 sat out in the monsoon for probably like 2 minutes yesterday, and meanwhile mine stayed inside, so mine still looks clean. But I mean, by the time we get to Colorado, it's gonna be filthy anyways, so I guess it's time to hit the road and get ready. We're actually going to split this road trip into 2 days. Like I said, today is Wednesday, so today we're going to drive to Grand Junction, which is about 9.5, 10 hours away. Tomorrow morning we're going to go to Fly-In Miata, see what's up there, and then we're going to drive the last 3 to 4 hours to Loveland. So I'll film what I can. Obviously I'm going to be driving the whole time, so I'm not going to film a ton, but I'll film what I can. I'll keep you guys updated, so let's hit the road. All right. Off to Colorado. So starting this trip at 179,059, she's gonna be over 181K when we get back. She'll probably hit 180K like right about when we get there. But let's get on with this trip. Of course, you know, he had to flex his fuel economy on me. He's like, oh, I got a half tank, I can make it to Flagstaff. And I'm like, I have a half tank and I could maybe make it halfway to Flagstaff. Real quick, while I'm on the topic of fuel economy, my goal for this trip is going to be at least getting one tank where I hit 300 miles. I've never done that in the Turbo X. Of course, I do it all the time in the ARC, but never in the Turbo X because it's got a smaller tank and V6. So 300 miles is the goal for one tank. I guess I'll keep you guys updated as to whether or not I hit it or not. Bad part about leaving at this time, gotta sit in rush hour traffic for the first part of the trip. I knew the car wasn't going to stay clean the whole way, obviously, but it's raining, so now it's officially going to be filthy, so great. About halfway to Flagstaff right now. Everything's going good. So we just pulled into Flagstaff here. We're gonna get some gas. The Turbo X is still at over half a tank after 153 miles, so she's doing pretty good on fuel economy. I actually reset it. Let's see what we're doing so far. Almost 25 mpg, not bad. So we're gonna fuel up. Well, he probably needs gas. I don't really, but I'll fill up anyways. And might grab a bite to eat, and then we'll continue on with our journey. We're gonna get some quick road trip fuel at McDonald's. There's one right up here. I can see the sign for it. And then we're gonna be off. The next stop is going to be Moab, which is about 5.5 hours away. So this next stretch is it's gonna be a whole lot of nothing for a long time. It's gonna be long. Absolute unit. Look at that thing. To give a quick update. I can barely talk because I've been just zoned out pretty much the past 2 hours. These past 2.5 hours, it's been 2.5 hours actually, since we left Flagstaff, have just been absolutely nothing for the most part. So we just made it to a small town called Kayenta. I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong. And we're getting pretty close to the Utah border. as you can see. So soon we'll be in Utah, and then the next time we'll actually stop is probably going to be Moab. Oh no, gotta go. Okay, we're good. Anyways, back to some B-roll of whatever I find that isn't boring. Random mountain. So we've been in Utah for probably 15-20 miles. We crossed probably about 15 minutes ago, and I wanted to give an update on my trek for a 300-mile tank. I have to say, I'm definitely going to get it. I just crossed over 200 miles and I still have half a tank, which is, you know, the average trip for the 9.3 ARC in city driving, but you know, it is what it is. And even more surprising, drum roll, 27.3 miles per gallon. We've been driving between, I would say, 65 and 85 miles an hour for a majority of the trip. Yeah, so next stop is going to be Moab, but we have about 110 miles till then. So that'll put me at like 315, 320 miles for the tank from what I've calculated in my head. So I feel like I'm going a little bit crazy because I've just been in the car alone driving for over 6 hours now, but I'll catch up with you guys when we get to Moab, and with some good news, most likely that we hit the 300-mile tank.
Using my name for clickbait in a state of bliss, cause I
So we're just rolling into Moab here. The car made it. 306 miles about to hit on this tank. I have a quarter tank left. So we did the 300-mile tank. I thought we would, but you know, it's been one of those road trips where it's been a whole lot of nothing, so any little thing I can find to give me any sort of entertainment or suspense or something to look forward to, I've been doing it. So we're gonna fill up on gas, grab a bite to eat, and then I think we only have a couple more hours to get to Grand Junction, which is where we're staying tonight. So I'll catch up with you guys when we're back on the road. So we are on our way out of Moab. It's about 5:30 right now, so hopefully we'll get to Grand Junction right around sunset. Probably not going to film much once again, but whatever you guys see is whatever I found interesting enough to film and put in the video. So, yeah. So we just got to Grand Junction, so we're pulling into a hotel here. Probably just gonna do nothing the rest of the night. I'm exhausted, we've been driving for 10 hours, so I think I will pick it up tomorrow when we hit the road once again. So I'll see you guys then.
Tomorrow.
Flying Miata is about a 30-minute drive. Sorry if anyone's still sleeping. It rained 4 different times on us yesterday, and it also rained again overnight, so the car looks even worse now than it already did. There's so many bugs on the front end, but it's whatever, it's funny. So let's head to Flying Miata. Holy shit, we have a Saab sighting. First Saab sighting. My dad and I just waved and she literally just looked at us. So clearly she's not on her way to Loveland, but nonetheless, classic 900 to start off the day. Pretty cool. And we have arrived. Flying Miata. So we're about to leave Flying Miata. Had a ton of fun there, saw a lot of cool freaking cars. I'll put a video here of an LS3 swapped ND Miata. So gave my dad a ton of ideas for what he wants to do to his NA. Although I personally think, because LS swapping would cost like 15 to 20 grand, I personally think he should turbo it and build the motor, but I guess we'll see what he wants to do. So with that being said, I'm gonna fill up on gas real quick and we're gonna hit the road. I have to resist the urge. I must resist the urge. I can't. These views are just incredible. Long stretch where we were climbing, and I was wondering what kind of elevation we're at, and I just saw a sign we're almost at 11,000 feet. So we're gonna have a long downhill stretch coming up here before we get to Denver, which is less than 100 miles away. So it's beautiful out here though. I mean, there's still snow on top of some of the mountains out here. It's crazy. It's really Why? We're like 20 miles away, come on. And we hit a wall of traffic now. Come on. Out of traffic once again. We're out of Denver as well. Cruising up to Loveland. We probably have about 20 miles left. We had a long downhill stretch, so my MPG actually went up to 28.5 for the trip. Which, if I'm being honest, I never would have thought was possible. One other thing I do want to mention is it's been about 14 hours worth of driving since we left Phoenix yesterday morning, and we saw one Saab, that classic 900 we saw in Grand Junction. So I'm honestly surprised we didn't see more, but here in about 20 minutes, we're about to see a crap ton more. So I'll catch up with you guys when we're at the hotel. Here we are. We're here. That's gonna wrap up this video. Of course, I'll have much more content coming. There's a good collection of cars here already. Of course, a ton more are gonna be showing up in the next couple days. With that being said, that's it for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Check your body. Yeah.